Good morning and a warm welcome to our respected delegates and participants to the Science and Engineering Research Board-sponsored 7 days KARYASHALA, a high-end workshop on advances in carbon dioxide capture and utilization for sustainable climate, ACCUSC 2022, organized by the Department of Chemical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, India. Anthropogenic activities worldwide are one of the key contributors to the carbon dioxide emissions into the environment. Since the Industrial Revolution, the atmospheric carbon dioxide levels have increased appreciably. The increase in atmospheric concentrations of carbon dioxide has been widely linked to the climate change and the Earth's temperature. A drastic approach is therefore needed in terms of policy formulation to address this global challenge. With this motto, the ACCUSC 2022 has been planned to provide a platform for the eminent research scientists and the academicians to discuss and disseminate the cutting-edge technologies from the research labs to their transition into the field scale for establishing a sustainable environment. Without wasting much time, let us move forward with the inauguration ceremony. I now request our Chief Patron, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, the Honorable Director of NIT Rourkela, Chairman Professor Avanti Sahu, Head of the Department Chemical Engineering, Convener and Co-Convener Professor Sujit Sen and Professor Mahendra Chinthala from the Department of Chemical Engineering to please occupy their chairs on the dais. Thank you, everyone. Flowers are the bounty of nature which express humility and tenderness of human emotions. They reflect both warmth and welcome. I now request our volunteers Manisha and Pratima to honor our guest with a bouquet with an expression of affection and reverence. Thank you. Light has served as the metaphor for knowledge to defeat the darkness of ignorance. It marks the beginning of auspicious moment and events. I now take this opportunity to request the dignitaries on the dais to do the honor and mark the beginning of the workshop through the lighting of lamp and pay tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Thank you, everyone. To welcome is to honor, to welcome is to establish integrity. On that note, I invite Professor Sujit Sen, the convener ACCUSC 2022 from the Department of Chemical Engineering, NIT Rourkela, to kindly enlighten us about the workshop and deliver the welcome address.
Good morning and welcome to KARYASHALA on advances in carbon dioxide capture and utilization for sustainable climate. KARYASHALA is a unique idea developed by Science and Engineering Research Board under the ABCCUSC, that is Skill Development Mission. And under KARYASHALA, they aim to train especially PG and PhD student for specialized area such as climate change and other areas. The main aim is through this skill development workshop, PG and PhD students from universities and colleges, especially who are not having the resources, especially in their colleges or universities, to explore the different resources from the institute like us, institute like NITs and IITs, so that they will have a expertise in the specific area of interest, such as this. Now you know that global carbon dioxide in atmosphere is a serious issue now. It is almost 420 ppm now. If we go back to 18th century, it is nearly around 280 or so, and with continuous use of I think petroleum and fuel, the projection is in future is much more worse than whatever today, and that's why the technologists and scientists, they are aiming to develop processes which aim at zero carbon emission, also negative carbon emission or positive climate. They are trying to do it by either restricting the emission of carbon dioxide, or stopping the emission of carbon dioxide, or using the atmospheric carbon dioxide, capture them and then convert them to useful product. So since the atmospheric carbon dioxide level is beyond the, you can say, comfort zone, we not just need to restrict the emission, but we have to also convert this excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere back to useful product. Okay. The students here, and many are in online mode, they will be exposed to different carbon dioxide technologies through external speakers from abroad, national speaker, as well as host speaker, whatever is going on in carbon capture and sequestration. And also you will have a hands-on using Aspen on carbon sequestration, so that you will have a skill to deal with this carbon sequestration. With that, I hope you will have a fruitful 7 days here in our beautiful campus. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our Honorable Head of the Department Chemical Engineering, Professor Avanti Shahu, to share her valuable knowledge and experience describing in brief our departmental activities.
Respected Director Sir, Professor K. Uma Maheshwar Rao, conveners of the event, Professor Sujit Sen, Professor Mahendra Chintala, Professor Subarna Trivedi, my dear students, faculty colleagues, and all the participants, very good morning to one and all present over here. I would like to congratulate the three conveners for choosing a very good topic which is of the global concern, and organizing and also getting funds from the SERB. So I welcome all the participants and all the members who are present online or offline on behalf of the department to this 7 days long SERB sponsored KARYASHALA, Advances in Carbon Dioxide Capture and its Utilization for Sustainable Climate. As this is a topic of global concern, all, especially the students, PG, PhD, also UG students, being the future nation builders, should be conscious about this global concern and take the necessary steps so that our environment can be saved and we can have a better environment for the livelihood. Now, here in the chemical engineering department, we houses many high-end research facilities, and also our faculties are engaged in the interdisciplinary research areas and most modern broad research areas to address the societal problems, as well as to provide the solution-based service to various organization, industries, to also they try to address the technical problems faced in the chemical or the allied industries. So I hope all the participants will be highly benefited in utilizing our resources and having the hands-on training session and attending the keynote lectures provided by the various international or national experts, and they can upgrade their skill to the maximum level. Now, at last, I hope all will be benefited and upgrade their knowledge in solving the national or the international problems, and also for their better future, for the betterment of the society. Lastly, I wish all the participants to have a fruitful stage in this beautiful campus, and I thank from on behalf of the whole department for joining us. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for addressing the gathering with such valuable insights. A workshop is a celebration of knowledge. Laurels may add one's fames, but in special cases they add the thirst to explore and contribute more to the community in this challenging world. I feel extremely proud and overwhelmed to welcome one such eminent personality and the key person behind the decisions taken in this esteemed institution. He doesn't require an introduction as he is a well-recognized figure in our academics. He is known for his wonderful administration and the high achievements of the institution he is in charge of. Professor K. Rao, the Honorable Director of NIT Rourkela. We are extremely obliged to have Professor Rao with us. I take this opportunity to kindly request Professor K. Rao to grace this occasion with few words.
Thank you very much for a lovely introduction. The most distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and the faculty members of one of our very popular departments of NIT Rourkela, that is chemical engineering or chemical technology, and the participants across the country. Yes, the topic is of the utmost importance, that is carbon sequestration. Okay, let me just take you through the technological development that has been happening. Taking the example of our own institution. This institution is 60 years old. Okay. Spatially, nothing much has changed. Rather, I would say that it has become shrunk in terms of the distance between the two departments. I am connected with this department because I am a regular faculty there at IIT Kharagpur. I have been coming here, right, from some of the faculty members were students here in this or the institution. What has changed in the 60 years as far as the emission of carbon is concerned? Let us just try to look into that one. There were cycles used by both the faculty as well as students. Today, we find cars, high-end cars, as well as maybe some students are also using cars, and students by and large across within the institution are using motorbikes. What is the prime mover there of fuel there? Carbon, right? Some amount of carbon is what is required, carbon fuel, either in the form of diesel or gas, whichever the way in which you want to really burn it, and then once in a while when there is any such workshop, we should not really highlight under quote and then saying that carbon sequestration is the most important one because it is rampantly changing the climate in which we are living. There is no doubt about that one. even 1% doubt is not there that the climate has changed rampantly, not in India alone, right, across the globe. Because if I take this as a small element, IIT Rourkela is a small element where the elemental changes have happened in the standard of living and then living styles. When our living styles have really become dependent on energy, and the energy in our country is only by burning carbon fuels. Now it's a challenge for all of you. How do we really, Professor Sen said that we have got to reduce the carbon emission. What is the way out in carbon emission reducing? Can I really switch off all the lights and then microphone for a week saying that we will not burn or we will not really use the electricity which is produced from burning coal? Right? Is it possible? Think about it, because it is a challenge, because I'm already gray-haired, right? I don't need any introduction. Thank you very much, right? I have lots of experience, but then the experience which I'm telling you, when I was sitting there as a student to standing here as the institution head, environment has been a challenge. Then, and now, and will be. Why it is happening? Somewhere down the line, we have owned the planet. We, the human race, we have owned the planet, and then we have decided that our comfort is the ultimate thing. And there is no end to that one. Our comfort level is 1 divided by 0, infinite. How do you define the constraints of your comfort level? You cannot define. Because yesterday's cycle was comfort. Because it has really helped you avoid walking. Cycle, when it has really become motorbikes, yes, that has become the next comfort level. Because you don't really have to even pedal. Physical exertion is also not there. From the motorbikes, you are sitting in a car. That is the comfort level which we thought it is required. And then now, it is not just sitting in the car and driving comfortably without any physical exertion, right? You need to have an AC within the car. Your house is same, your department is same, your movement within the campus is same. What has changed? Please tell me what has changed. Comfort levels and then our demand from the society which is formed by us, ruled by us only. But then our demands have increased. Our responsibilities haven't increased. Rather, I would say that our responsibilities have gone with the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Our responsibilities haven't increased. Our only requirements have increased. Our demands have increased. Everybody is thinking like that. Okay? And let me warn all of you. India is one country. It is, in fact, incidentally, I take pride in stating that we generate less carbon. Our carbon footprints from India is much, much less compared to China, much less to US. They have the veto power. Right? They have the veto power in stating that you have got to really commit zero carbon footprints or negative carbon footprints. But then how do we live? Where will I put my car? Where do I put my car? I have spent 15 lakhs and then purchased a car which is run by diesel or petrol. Where do I keep it? After a long time, right, in the 60th year of NIT Rourkela, and today I am having every faculty member either having 2 or 1 minimum. Right? That must be the case. If I just select and then drag against the entire country, millions of cars are there. And today we have India, after I think, I don't know, India is the only country where automobile requirement is the highest. You name a country manufacturing a car, right? South Koreans are Hyundai or LG or any name, right? Even Chinese cars also have a lot of market in our country because our capacity to buy the cars have increased, but then our capacity to think for future has reduced. Cars have become bigger, our mindsets have become smaller. It's a challenge before you, right? It's a challenge before you. It is not just global warming. It doesn't end there. The story doesn't end there. When you have the environment changing, which is not sustainable, erratic climates, I am told that Rourkela is one of the places which receives highest rainfall after some of the places like second highest. Or anyway, it is more than average in any other place, around 1200 to 1300 millimeters. I'm still to see a rain. I'm still to see a rain. We are already into July. Gone, 1 month gone. 37% reduction in the rainfall. What will happen then? You may think that, okay, fine, there is no rain, I don't really have to use chata. But then you are forgetting that that precipitation is required for you to drink water here. It is not just about the carbon footprints. It is a cycle which is really percolating with every single drop. Today you are drinking water in this 1 liter bottle gone, 500 ml gone, 250 ml gone, 20 ml comes, and then tomorrow, for your generation, you may have to collect the tears and then drink tears. That is the reality. Where are you going to be? And when do you really stand up and take the responsibility? Said, yes, it is the time for me to take the decision of not littering, not throwing gas, not really using indiscreetly and irresponsibly. Every drop of water is important. Every gram of carbon dioxide which you are emitting out to the atmosphere is important, because you are going to pay through your nose. Okay. Second thing is that, yes, there is a lot of reverence that we have got to attach to the lighting of the lamps, because asutoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrichorma amrutangamaya, shanti, shanti, shanti. Yes, from the darkness to the light. When the darkness to the enlightenment. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment is that we have got to generate less carbon, throw less carbon to the atmosphere. From finite to infinite, right? And then become omnipotent. Aham Brahmosmi. That's what is expected by lighting the lamp. We can think of a different mechanism of trying to inaugurate. Think about it. Put a plant here. The same enlightenment, application of enlightenment is by watering the plant. Let this plant be planted there so that it can absorb whatever the nano percentages of carbon. Let that be the beginning of it. Thank you very much. A workshop, lastly. Workshop is in one opportunity. Like I'm expecting that all the participants across the country are spending the taxpayers' money. Remember that. You haven't come here for holidaying. It is not a paid holiday of 1 week at the cost of someone's tax. Okay? And then it is for you to prepare for tomorrow. What is the tomorrow? Tomorrow is absolutely uncertain. Not only uncertain, it is quite challenging. Pani se lekar ke this one, the सांस लेने का हवा तक. Every single thing is going to be a challenge. When you do not have gas, when you do not have electricity, when you do not have drinking water, we cannot go back to the Stone Age, where the carbon footprints, you just told me that in the Stone Age or much before that one, right, people were just in the forest, right? There was no burning of carbon that time excepting firewood. Okay, remember the reality. I may be harsh, I may be affirmative, right? But then I'm telling you the truth. Truth, zabardast kadwa lagta hai. But then that is the truth, unfortunately. What to do? Thank you very much. Make use of your time and then become a responsible citizens and take the country forward where we live comfortably. We have water to drink. We have unpolluted air to really breathe in. And life is there. It's an equal opportunity to a small snail to you. You are not the owner of the planet. Remember that. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule and addressing the gathering with the encouraging words. It gives me great pleasure to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Atanu Mukherjee, who has served as the president and CEO of the energy technology company Dastur Energy in Texas. Due to some travel issues and unavoidable circumstances, our chief guest won't be able to give his valuable speech in person, but he has promised to be associated with the event. So I'd like our Chinthala sir, Mahendra Chinthala sir, to kindly give the vote of thanks and declare the event to be open.
But I'm sorry, I have to leave because there is another. Somehow today there are so many workshops that are going to inaugurate. Yes, I like Harvard footprints to something like that. Okay, thank you.
So just we are missing our director, sir. So respectable honorable director, sir, K. Umamashwarra, and respected HOD Abanti Sahu, and our faculty members, and my dear students and the participants. So very good morning to all of you for attending this inaugural session on advances in carbon capture and utilization for sustainable climate. So we are very grateful to our director, sir, for spending his time in spite of being busy all this time. And we would like to express our immense gratitude for Science, Education, Science, Engineering and Research Board for funding this event. So to enlighten the upcoming minds in India who are working in the area of carbon dioxide capture and utilizations. We express our immense gratitude to SERB for funding this event for 7 days program. And we are very grateful to our HOD, Professor Abanti Sahu, for allowing all the facilities to be utilized in our campus and our institute as well. So we would like to thank the institute for providing all the facilities, and we would be thankful to all the faculty members for extending their cooperation by allowing the students to organizing this event. And we thank all the student organizers, research scholars for conducting this event so gracefully. And for last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants who have come from all the way from different parts of India to attend this session. So we promise you that you will be enlightened. When you leave the college, you will be enlightened with research work which you are doing right now, with talks from different eminent people across the world. So we promise you that, and thank you. Thank you for
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, on behalf of ACCUSC-2022, the Organizing Committee and NIT Rourkela, I welcome you all to the workshop. I hope the deliberations provided here will broaden your outlook and motivate you to establish a cleaner and greener environment. And I request all our delegates and participants to join for the refreshments. We will meet at the main event, which will start with the keynote lectures at 11 a.m. Thank you.